Hey everyone, welcome back to the Arena Productions, and today I'm diving into The Last of Us Season 2, Episode 2, which was a brutal emotional ride that fans of the game knew was coming, but even knowing what was ahead didn't make it any easier to watch unfold. This episode is where the series truly crosses a line, not just narratively, but emotionally. From the very start, there's this heavy atmosphere of dread. Jackson is on edge, patrols are getting overwhelmed, the infected are acting more aggressive, smarter, and that foreshadowing pays off in gut-wrenching ways. So let's get right into it. So Joel's death. The showrunners pull no punches. Just like in The Last of Us Part 2, it's not some epic heroic death. It's brutal, unfair, and sudden. And that's exactly the point. Joel's past actions were always going to catch up with him, and this is the fallout. The show mirrors the game in that emotional truth, but where it diverges is in pacing and structure. So in the game, Joel's death hits about 2 hours in, and by that point, players have already had time to reconnect with him. The bond is reforged, the memories are fresh, so when it happens, it cuts deep. So here in the show, some viewers feel the emotional groundwork wasn't quite there. While we've had Joel and Ellie together, we haven't seen enough of their day-to-day dynamic in Season 2, being only the second episode, and that's a fair critique. So the weight is still there, especially thanks to Bella Ramsey's performance, but for some, the build-up felt a bit rushed compared to the slow burn of the game. So, and then there's Abby. Now, if you've played the game, you know she's a deeply complex character, but in episode 1, and even early in this one, some fans feel like the show is moving too fast to set her up properly. In The Last of Us Part 2, we don't even know who she really is when she kills Joel. Her motivations and humanity are only revealed after we play as her. It was a controversial but brilliant move that made players uncomfortable and challenged their perspectives. The show flips that by introducing Abby up front and giving us insight into her pain right away. So some people are into that. They feel it's a more empathic approach, but others think it softens the moral complexity too early and takes away the raw ambiguity that made Abby's story so divisive in the game. It's a bold choice and one that's already sparking debate. But let me say this. The Tommy and the bloater scene in this episode was absolutely one of the highlights of the episode. That whole sequence with infected pouring into Jackson and chaos erupting everywhere, it had this raw, terrifying energy, and it gave me serious Game of Thrones hard home vibes. The kind of white-knuckle suspense where survival seems almost hopeless. Tommy igniting that bloater was cinematic gold. It felt like the show embracing its horror action roots in the best possible way. Before we move on, if you're enjoying this review and you want to catch all of my other episode breakdowns, be sure to check out the Last of Us episode reviews playlist here on the channel. And if you're digging the content from game walkthroughs to entertainment deep dives, hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell so you never miss a video here on the Arena Productions. So now back to it. Something I really appreciated in this episode was the new world-building details. Like the infected using their own dead as insulation under the snow. That's terrifying and totally original to the show. It's not in the games, and it adds a whole new layer of danger to the winter setting. This kind of visual storytelling is exactly what good adaptations should do, build on the source material in meaningful ways. So we also got more tension between Ellie, Dina, and Jesse. That drama, the awkwardness, the jealousy, the raw emotions. It felt so real. It mirrors the game's romantic subplots, but adds a few more layers thanks to the performances. And it's great to see Jackson developed in more detail, showing us how this community holds itself together while still carrying the trauma of what's outside. So, how does this episode measure up? Well, it's not flawless. Some story beats, like Abby's introduction, might have benefited from a bit more breathing room. But overall, this was a powerful, intense, and emotionally devastating episode. Exactly what The Last of Us is known for. So I'm giving The Last of Us Season 2, Episode 2 a 9 out of 10. It's a pivotal chapter that sets the stage for Ellie's transformation, And even if you're conflicted about how some of the choices were handled, there's no denying this episode leaves a mark. So anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. And please be sure to stay tuned for more of The Last of Us reviews here on the Arena Productions. So anyway, until the next one, take care and have a great week, everyone. Peace out.